To make the app work, we are going to go on the right hand side and click on blocks. That is going to take us to the code used for this app. The coding of this app was made using Scratch. Although some may say that it is easy, it's a matter of learning how each function works. So right here we see when button 1 gets clicked. Button 1, if we refer back to the interface, we refer to this button. So when that button gets clicked, this line of code, the one that says set activity starter 1 action to android.intent.action.view, lets the computer know and the program know that a command is about to be made. Although it does not tell the computer what to do yet, it does tell the device that a command is about to happen. So therefore this code line is very, very crucial. If we did not have this line, then when the user clicked on this button right here, nothing would happen. It would just print a message that says error. So if we go back, the next line that says set activity starter 1 data URI to this link right here, it lets the computer know that whenever that button gets clicked, it will program the app to take them to this video. The reason it says drive.google.com/file and so on is because I decided to upload the video as part as Google Drive in case the app does not work. So whenever they click on the button, it will automatically open the video. But in some cases, if a phone is not necessarily updated, then it would take them to a video to Google Drive, if that makes sense. To better understand this, once you click on it, the video will appear. You will be able to see it from any mobile device or even from your computer. But that very last piece in quotation marks is the link or URL. There you go. It's the URL of the video. So again, the first line lets the program know that a function or a command is about to be called. The second one lets the program know what type of media will be used, and in this case it's a video. And then lastly, the last one that says call activity starter 1 start activity, that one is the one who actually finalizes the command and says now it's ready to be processed. So all of these are needed for one single video to occur. So as you can see, for the rest of them, it's pretty much the same thing, simply because if we go back to the interface, you see a similar structure where they just click on a video and it takes them to the actual routine and exercise that I recorded. The only thing different when coding for the rest is to ensure that all three of these are in this order. For instance, if we try placing call start activity at the very top, although you still see that it fits onto the Scratch format like a puzzle piece, it will not let you play the video simply because this process is not in the order that it's supposed to. For instance, it's saying when the first button gets clicked, it starts an activity. Starts the activity, think of this purple line as a button that says finish. Therefore, when button 1 gets clicked, call finish. That does not make sense. Therefore, this one always has to be at the very end. So that also lets the computer know that that's when So hey, hello everybody. Today I'm going to be explaining the code I used to make my fitness app work, and for the sake of this app development project, I decided to use Scratch through a software that is called MIT App Inventor 2. So as you can see here, it's a picture of the interface of my fitness app. This is the screen, the first screen that digital users will see once they download the app. Where on the left hand side they have exercises for abdominals, and on the right hand side they have exercises for the gluteus maximus, and they're both separated into beginners, intermediate, and expert levels. To see how the code is aligned and how the programming works, we're going to click on blocks, which will take us to every line of code we used for the sake of this fitness app. So now this is where it gets kind of complicated. Although some may argue that Scratch is a really easy language to use, although technically it's true, here we call several functions and we use several instructions and commands in order for the program to recognize one single call to action that we want them to do. So for instance, here it says when button 1 gets clicked, button 1 refers to this one, the one on the left hand side that says planking beginners. Whenever someone clicks on that button, it will take them to a video of the exercise. However, in order for that to happen, we need 3 different lines of codes that all work in unison. The first line that says set activity started 1 action to android.intent.action.view is the line of code that lets the software know that a command is about to be made. Although it does not necessarily call the command already, it just lets the software know that it is to get ready for instruction it will follow once that button is clicked. Now the second one, set activity started 1 data URI to this link. This is the one that actually gives the instruction. So it's saying that whenever the button gets clicked, it will automatically open the video of the exercise. And here I copied and pasted the link of the video. I uploaded the video to Google Drive, and then from there uploaded it to the fitness app. So yeah, this is just the link of the videos that I used. And if you use a video from, let's say, YouTube, or yeah, if you use any video from YouTube, you would simply copy and paste the URL of that video here. And then lastly, the one that says call activity started 1, start activity, that one is the one that finally says finish. So in a way, this first line says get ready computer, a command is about to be made. The second one gives the actual command or instruction. And then the last one basically says, okay, now you have to do it. And it won't stop until it finishes that command. So as you can see, if we go back to the interface, there are a total of 6 buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, the lines of code and functions for the rest would be pretty much the same thing. So here we have button 6, button 5, button 4, 3, and button 2 and 1. And as we see back in the interface of the app, we also have features right here, and although these two are not buttons, they are just a form of text that the user could see from their mobile device. In order to create more functions, if it is necessary, we could always click on button 1, and it gives us a list of other functions. Again, button 1 refers to this one. So right here, this is where it says when button 1 long click. The difference, let me just drag it here really quick so you see how it works. The button from this one and this one. This one says when button 1 long click, and this one says when button 1 click. This one long click just basically means they click on the video but place the mouse over the video for a longer period and then they release it. Whereas in this one, they just simply tap the click button, if that makes sense. So maybe this could be used to call other functions, other instructions, and make it more organized, but we don't need it. So we're just simply going to delete it. And usually right here on the left-hand side, these are all the commands and possible instructions that you could code for. The control, again, is what we use to call for the when button 1 clicks. And as you can see, they're separated by colors, where the yellow, like square or rectangle, is the one that says what type of task will be called. In this case, it's saying when something gets clicked. Green, which represents logic, that one refers to just what concepts are being used. Activity started basically means it's starting an activity. It's as simple as that. Then this pinkish one, as you can see here, it says text, which basically means we're going to copy and paste the text. In this case, we've copied the URL of the video, and on the top we had to type all of that to let the computer know that an instruction is being given. So as you can see here, when we click on text, we have a list of several functions that we could use. It's just a matter of practicing. And then lastly, the last one that says start activity, which is in purple, and we click on purple, you can see right here that it tells you that it's a procedure. So therefore, it lets you know that a task is finally being accomplished. So yeah, that's the coding behind my app. For the most part, it's repetitive simply because I formatted it in a way that has a 6-pack menu, and in order for them to be horizontal to one another like that, I dragged a horizontal arrangement, which basically means that button 1 and button 2 would be right next to each other. Button 3 and button 4 would be right next to each other in a horizontal manner, and button 5 and button 6 would be arranged. And again, if we look back in the app, button 1 and button 2 are right next to each other, 3 and 4 are right next to each other, and 5 and 6 are right next to each other. In order to create that 6-pack menu, you don't need this, because again, this is calling for an instruction that basically lets the computer know that the person who downloaded this app is going to do something that will make the computer react a certain way. However, because this is just part of the interface of the app, it does not require any coding of this sort, like drawing functions into a certain manner. But yeah, thank you.